What if I told you that most Windows users are unknowingly letting Microsoft control when their PC gets upgraded to a new major version? Most people think they're stuck with automatic updates, especially when new major versions of Windows is released. But there's actually a simple registry trick that puts you in complete control. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly how you can lock your PC to a specific Windows 10 or 11 version. Whether you want to stay on Windows 10 22H2 with those free extended security updates, or you're on Windows 11 and you want to avoid the bugs that always come with the new major releases. So here's exactly what we'll cover. First, why you might want to stay on a specific Windows version, and trust me, there are some valid reasons beyond just avoiding bugs. Then, the exact 3 registry entries you need to create to block automatic major version upgrades. And finally, how to set this up for your specific situation, whether you're on Windows 10 or Windows 11. I've also created a complete written guide with all the registry paths and values, which you can grab from the first link in the description below. Now, there are a few scenarios where this becomes incredibly useful. Maybe you have a computer that supports Windows 11, but you want to stick with Windows 10 22H2 for another year to take advantage of those extended security updates that Microsoft just made available for free for another year. Or maybe you're already on Windows 11, but you want to stay on a stable version like 23H2 or 24H2 if new versions roll out. Because let's be honest, we all know what happens when Microsoft releases these major updates. There are usually some issues, especially for gamers. Windows 11 24H2 was a perfect example of this, where many users decided to stay on 23H2 because it just provided a much more stable experience. So if you're watching this in the future and 25H2 or an even newer version has been released, the same method should still help you stay exactly where you want to be, unless Microsoft changes something and this method stops working. Okay, so here's where you need to start paying attention. The solution involves creating just 3 registry entries, and I'll take you through each one step by step. Let me show you exactly how it works. So to stay on a specific Windows version, you'll need to open the registry editor. So you can just do a search for regedit and then open it. Then once you're inside the registry editor, you need to go to the following path. So it's going to be HKey local machine, then software, then policies, Microsoft, Windows, and then Windows Update. Now you can see that I don't have a Windows Update key here, and in that case we'll need to create it. So I'm just going to right click on the Windows folder here and then create a new key, and we're going to call that Windows Update and then press enter. Okay, great. Now we have our Windows Update key created. But here's the important part. We need to create 3 specific registry entries inside this key to make this work properly. Each one of them serves a specific purpose, so make sure that you pay close attention to the names and the values. Now I am doing this on Windows 11, but you can do the exact same thing on Windows 10. You'll just need to enter the correct info to ensure that you stay on the version that you actually want to stay on. So the first entry we're going to create here is going to be a new DWORD 32-bit value, and you can just right click and then select new DWORD 32-bit value, and we're going to call this value target release version. Once you've got it like that, you can just double click on it, and then you need to change the value data to 1. And then click on OK. What this first registry entry does is it tells Windows that there is a specific version that we want to stay on, and that we don't want Windows Update to automatically upgrade beyond that version. But we're not done yet. We need 2 more entries to specify the exact version that we want to target. So next we need to create 2 string values. So to do that, just right click, select new, and then string value. And this first one, we're going to call it product version. Once you've done that, just double click on it to open it. And then for the value data, you need to enter either Windows 10 or Windows 11, depending on what version of Windows you want to stay on. So in my case, it'll be Windows 11 because I'm already on Windows 11. So I'll type Windows 11. If you're on Windows 10 and you want to stay on Windows 10, then enter Windows 10, but I'll leave it on Windows 11 and then click on OK. And then next we need to create another string value, and we need to call it target release version info. So once you have that, You can double click on it to open it. And then for the value data here, you need to enter the major build number that you don't want to surpass on your Windows version. So for example, if you're on Windows 10 and you want to stay on 22H2, then you'll enter 22H2 here. For this recording, I'm on Windows 11, and if we go to System, this will be Windows 11 24H2. So I'm going to enter 24H2 because once Windows 11 25H2 rolls out, I don't want my computer to automatically update to Windows 11 25H2 on this computer. So I'm going to click OK. Now let me explain exactly what we've just accomplished with these 3 registry entries. So what these registry entries mean now is I did set a target release version. I set that to 1, telling Windows that we do have a version that we don't want to surpass. On this computer, it's going to be Windows 11 and the major version is 24H2. So once again, these values you need to set to the version of Windows that you want to stay on. Now, here's something important that you need to understand. This only blocks automatic upgrades through Windows Update. You can still manually upgrade to newer versions using installation media if you want to. This registry tweak just prevents Windows from doing it automatically without your permission. And you'll still receive all the regular security updates and cumulative updates for your chosen version. This only blocks major version upgrades. So when you're done, your registry should also look like this, with the difference being the values you enter depending on which version of Windows you want to stay on. On this computer, it's going to be Windows 11 and the major version is 24H2. The version that I've got here is Windows 11 24H2. So like I explained before, when Windows 11 25H2 rolls out, Windows Update is not going to automatically upgrade my computer to 25H2. Now you have complete control over when your Windows system gets major version upgrades. Whether you're trying to stay on Windows 10 22H2 to take advantage of those free extended security updates, or you're on Windows 11 but you don't want to automatically be upgraded when a new major version is released, or you want to avoid the bugs that come with new Windows 11 releases, this method gives you the complete control that Microsoft doesn't make obvious. And if you ever want to undo this, you can just delete the 3 registry keys and then you'll be back to using Windows defaults. Now remember, I've also put together a free written guide with all of the exact registry paths and their values, and you can find that from the first link in the description below. But if this video was of any value to you, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the channel and it also lets me know that this is the type of content that you're looking for. And if you're interested in some more Windows optimization or customization videos, you can check out these videos right here. And as always, I just want to give a special shout out to all of my YouTube members. Thanks so much for your support. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to all of you guys soon.